The Harbinger's Curse, a chilling journey into the shadows. 1. The abandoned house on Elmwood Drive. Story begins on a chilly October evening in the small town of Cedar Hollow, New Hampshire. The abandoned mansion on Elmwood Drive, shrouded in urban legends, stands as an ominous relic of the town's forgotten past. Teenagers dare each other to explore it, but few muster the courage. They whisper about mysterious disappearances, shadowy figures, and strange noises that echo through the night. One fateful evening, 3 friends, Lisa, an aspiring journalist, Caleb, a skeptical science enthusiast, and Ethan, a thrill seeker, decide to uncover the truth. Their curiosity leads them to break into the house, armed with flashlights and a video camera. Inside, the air is thick with dust and decay. Strange symbols etched into the walls and eerie whispers from the shadows suggest the house hides a sinister secret. As they venture deeper, they stumble upon a hidden basement, its door chained shut. Before they can investigate further, Lisa sees a figure in the corner of her eye. When she turns, there is nothing there. The friends flee, vowing never to return. But the house isn't done with them. 2. The disappearance of Ethan. A week later, Ethan vanishes. His parents report him missing, and the entire town joins the search. Lisa and Caleb are racked with guilt, convinced the house had something to do with his disappearance. Lisa begins digging into the town's history, uncovering disturbing connections between the mansion and a series of unsolved crimes from the 1920s. The house once belonged to Nathaniel Greeley, a wealthy industrialist with a dark reputation. Local legends claim Greeley practiced occult rituals, seeking to summon an entity he called the Harbinger. His family, wife, 2 daughters, and a son all vanished under mysterious circumstances. The mansion was abandoned shortly afterward. Caleb, though skeptical, joins Lisa in her investigation. They retrace Ethan's steps, revisiting the mansion during daylight. While there, they discover Ethan's camera, partially buried under debris. The last footage shows Ethan exploring the basement, his flashlight illuminating strange symbols on the walls before the screen goes black. 3. The whispering shadows. Lisa and Caleb bring the footage to the local police, but Detective Marie Holloway dismisses their claims as the overactive imagination of teenagers. Undeterred, the pair decide to explore the basement themselves. This time, they bring tools to break the chains. Inside, they find a room lined with shelves filled with ancient books and jars containing strange, preserved specimens. In the center is an altar covered in dried blood. Lisa finds a diary belonging to Nathaniel Greeley, filled with cryptic notes about summoning rituals and the Harbinger's blessing. The final entry reads, "The Harbinger demands a sacrifice to fulfill its promise. Only the purest soul will suffice." As they read, they hear footsteps upstairs, fearing they've been caught. They hide in the basement. The footsteps grow louder, descending the stairs. When the door creaks open, no one is there, only a chilling whisper, "Leave now, or suffer." 4. Detective Holloway's revelation. Detective Holloway begins to reconsider the teen's story when another body is found, a local drifter, mutilated in a manner eerily similar to the ritualistic killings described in old police files. Holloway delves into the mansion's past and discovers records of other disappearances linked to the property over the decades. She confronts Lisa and Caleb, demanding they tell her everything. When they show her Greeley's diary, Holloway reluctantly agrees to investigate further. The trio forms an uneasy alliance, determined to uncover the truth behind the mansion's dark history. 5. The Harbinger's awakening. Deeper they dig, the more dangerous their journey becomes. Caleb begins experiencing vivid nightmares of a grotesque figure, a tall, skeletal entity with hollow eyes and clawed hands. He wakes up with unexplained scratches on his arms. Meanwhile, Lisa uncovers records of a secret society, the Order of the Veil, which Greeley was a part of. The society's goal was to transcend human limitations by communing with the Harbinger. They believed it could grant power and immortality at a terrible cost. Holloway discovers a hidden network of tunnels beneath the mansion. One tunnel leads to an underground chamber filled with ancient artifacts and a massive, blood-stained stone slab. As they investigate, the air grows colder, and an unearthly growl echoes through the chamber. 6. The final sacrifice. Harbinger's presence becomes more pronounced. Strange occurrences plague the town. Power outages, livestock dying mysteriously, and people reporting shadowy figures watching them at night. Caleb's condition worsens. He's convinced the entity is targeting him. Lisa, Caleb, and Holloway devise a plan to banish the Harbinger. Using Greeley's notes, they prepare a counter-ritual to seal the entity. But they soon realize the ritual requires a sacrifice. Caleb, feeling responsible for unleashing the entity, volunteers. The climactic showdown takes place in the mansion's basement. As the ritual progresses, the Harbinger manifests fully, its grotesque form towering over them. Caleb's sacrifice weakens the entity, but it's Lisa who delivers the final blow, using an ancient artifact to banish it back to its realm. 7. Aftermath and unanswered question. Shea Mansion collapses during the ritual, burying the chamber and sealing the Harbinger's influence. Lisa and Holloway escape, but Caleb is gone. The town begins to recover, but the experience leaves deep scars. Lisa writes an article exposing the mansion's history, but the details of the Harbinger remain a mystery. Detective Holloway retires, haunted by the events. As Lisa leaves town to start a new life, she receives an anonymous package containing a photo of Greeley's diary opened to a new, blank page with fresh writing. It's not over. The story ends with a sense of foreboding, hinting that the Harbinger's influence might return. 8. The Order resurfacements after the mansion's collapse. Lisa begins receiving cryptic emails from an unknown sender, claiming to be a surviving member of the Order of the Veil. The emails contain fragmented clues about the Harbinger's origins and warnings that another summoning is imminent. Lisa tries to ignore them, but her curiosity wins out. She tracks the sender to a remote cabin in the White Mountains. There, she meets Joseph Blackwood, a former cultist turned defector. He reveals that the Order has been reassembling, seeking revenge for the disruption of their plans. They've targeted Lisa as their next sacrifice. 9. The Hunter becomes the Hunty. Joseph offers to help Lisa uncover the Order's base of operations, but their alliance isn't easy. Meanwhile, Holloway, now living in quiet retirement, receives a mysterious visitor, a man claiming to have vital information about the Order. Moments after he leaves, Holloway's home is ransacked, and she narrowly escapes an attack by shadowy assailants. Realizing she's still a target, Holloway reconnects with Lisa. The two women, along with Joseph, decide to take the fight to the Order. Their journey leads them to a hidden monastery, where the cult is preparing a new ritual. 10. The monastery's secrets. Monastery is a labyrinth of stone corridors and ancient chambers. Lisa, Holloway, and Joseph navigate its dangers, encountering traps and cult members determined to stop them. Along the way, they find a vast library containing records of the Order's experiments. These records reveal the Harbinger's true purpose: to tear open a rift between dimensions, allowing its kind to invade. Lisa finds a book describing a countermeasure, relic hidden within the monastery that can sever the Harbinger's link to the physical world, but retrieving it will not be easy. 11. The relic of Binding. Relic, a dagger forged from meteorite ore, is locked away in a heavily guarded vault. Lisa and her companions devise a plan to infiltrate the vault, but the Order is prepared. During the heist, they are ambushed, and Joseph sacrifices himself to buy time for Lisa and Holloway to escape with the dagger. 12. The ritual begins. The Order initiates the summoning ritual, using the energy of captured townspeople as fuel. Lisa and Holloway infiltrate the monastery's main chamber, where the Harbinger begins to materialize. The air crackles with energy as the entity's grotesque form emerges, towering over the cultists. Lisa, armed with the dagger, confronts the Harbinger while Holloway holds off the cultists. The dagger begins to glow, resonating with the Harbinger's energy. Lisa realizes the relic not only binds the entity but can also destroy it if she's willing to pay the ultimate price. 13. The final confrontation. As the Harbinger's power grows, Lisa uses the dagger to disrupt the ritual, causing chaos in the chamber. Cultists flee as the monastery begins to collapse. Lisa stabs the Harbinger, and a blinding light engulfs the room. Holloway pulls Lisa to safety as the entity's scream echoes through the void. 14. A town reborn. With the Harbinger destroyed, the cult disbands, and Cedar Hollow begins to heal. Lisa publishes a book detailing her experiences, exposing the Order's crimes. Holloway finds peace, becoming a mentor to troubled youth. 15. The legacy of the Harbinger. Years later, Lisa receives another package, a fragment of the dagger, glowing faintly. A note inside reads, "You stopped one, but others are coming." The story closes on Lisa, now older and more resolute, preparing for the battles yet to come. 16. A new darkness rises. After receiving the package, Lisa begins experiencing strange phenomena. Objects in her apartment move on their own, and her dreams are haunted by cryptic visions of an endless void. She consults with Holloway, who warns that the fragment might still hold a connection to the Harbinger. Together, they trace the fragment's origin to a remote archaeological dig in South America, where similar artifacts have been unearthed. The site is rumored to be cursed, with workers disappearing mysteriously. 17. The Curse of the Forgotten Temple. Lisa and Holloway travel to the dig site, joining a team of archaeologists led by Dr. Miguel Alvarez. The team is skeptical of their warnings until one of their own vanishes during the night. The group discovers an underground temple, its walls etched with symbols identical to those in Greeley's mansion. Inside, they find a mural depicting a battle between ancient warriors and monstrous beings, an event eerily similar to Lisa's confrontation with the Harbinger. Dr. Alvarez theorizes that the Harbinger is one of many entities worshipped as gods by ancient civilizations. 18. The Temples. Trial's temple is filled with deadly traps and puzzles designed to protect its secrets. Lisa and Holloway lead the group through the challenges, but tensions rise as fear and paranoia take hold. Dr. Alvarez reveals his true intentions. He plans to harness the entity's power for his own gain. Confrontation ensues, and Alvarez accidentally triggers a mechanism that begins to awaken the temple's dormant power. Shadows coalesce into humanoid forms, attacking the group. 19. The Shadow entities, manifestations of the Harbinger's essence, pursue the group through the temple. Lisa uses her knowledge of the symbols to guide them to safety, but the group suffers losses. Holloway sustains a severe injury while defending Lisa from an attack. As they reach the temple's inner sanctum, they discover a second relic, a pendant designed to contain and neutralize the Harbinger's energy. However, activating it will require another sacrifice. 20. Sacrifice and salvation. Lisa prepares to use the pendant, but Holloway, gravely wounded, insists on making the sacrifice herself. She activates the relic, causing the shadow entities to dissolve and the temple to collapse. Lisa escapes with the pendant, vowing to honor Holloway's sacrifice. 21. The return home. Lisa returns to Cedar Hollow, burdened by the loss of her mentor. She decides to dedicate her life to uncovering and stopping the entities connected to the Harbinger. Her research reveals a network of cults worldwide, each worshipping similar beings. 2. World of Shadows. Liza's investigation takes her to Europe, where she uncovers a secret society dedicated to eradicating the entities. She joins their ranks, learning new methods to combat the supernatural threats. Together, they prepare for the battles yet to come, knowing the fight is far from over. The story ends with Lisa standing before a map marked with the locations of known cult activity. Her resolve stronger than ever.